Okay, there goes the mic. Okay. All right, so today is July 30th, 2024. Doing a review of my two trades that I took today. Um, my levels for in Q for ES was over here. I did modify this, made it higher. I probably could have left it the way it was, but um, let's go to the 30-minute chart. Probably could have left it the way it was, but I moved it higher because this was the last high move before we dropped down. We did come to it, we nicked it, and we sold off. I didn't catch this move down at all. I was waiting for the 15 minute to give me a wick, but the candle was the wick, and then it sold off from there. Right, so I didn't catch the first part of the move. I did catch the second part of the move. So the first part, let's see if I could have caught any of it based on the 5 minute or the 1 minute, anything that I could have seen that could have caught my attention. Because basically that was the wick we pushed down, and then we had this minor pullback. I think I was debating if I should enter on the 1 minute, but then it was feeling like I was gonna chase it. Let's see here. Oh, I was thinking of entering on this retest of the volume here, right? So of the opening candle, because we rejected up here. So I was thinking about maybe we could retest this because I was looking for a channel break, and we did have the channel break, but it was before the 15 minute gave me an actual channel afterwards, or the 5 minute gave me an actual channel. So I didn't really catch it, but I could have caught the move on either this push down or this retest, because this gives a channel right here. But the reason I didn't enter is because I made this little area here an area of interest, because I had a 3 a.m. window. I know these are too wide. Here we go. I had a 3 a.m. spike of volume, and we kind of stayed above it. We did test it, and then we pushed up. But this is a pretty ugly price action, and I shouldn't have really calculated this, because this is ugly price action. These are more fluid movement of price action. So where the levels are, price actually fluidly moved, right? Versus here, where price kind of like stayed around that same area, barely even got above the high of this candle. So something to make note of is that I need fluid 30-minute candles for the Hakidashi. So needs to be fluid, or just like couldn't can't be inside the range. So this weren't like truly fluid. Didn't Price didn't move above the next high. So when price came back down, I could have possibly entered on this retest here, break here, or even on, oh, this is too much. So on this retest here, right? Because let's pin this real quickly. Let's make this wide. We're not even gonna look at the um, not gonna pay attention to that. So nice volume. Let me get rid of this so that way I can. No, I'm gonna leave that there because I took a trade off of it. So 5 minute, no 15 minute first. So 15 minute, we have a wick here, broke below, right? So looking for a pullback was at 10 o'clock, and we also had 10 o'clock jolt news, right? So entry could have came from, yep, one of these two candles, right? Even this one here would have been fine. entered here. What the heck was that? Enter like this, right? And what is that? 16 points to make about, that's a good 31 point. That's pretty decent, right? So that was that one. Price kind of like, kept going in the direction in my favor, and then it dropped, right? So that could have been the trade there, but I didn't take that. Um, but I do like the ideas of using that. So, but I did take a trade here. I kind of forced it. I think I created like an angle like this or something like that, like here. And I think a trade came right here. Was my trade right here around 1016, and then price fell. Let's go to the photos real quickly. So this is what price was looking like. Price held its level at the 5. We had the wick. So we had everything that I was looking for at the wick, at the level. And then this channel was right here. Created a channel. Alright, it's a long channel, and but price rejected. So I should have paid attention to this volume here, which I did mark. And I said, well, maybe we'll break above it. After my entry, it entered me. I entered after this close of this candle and entered me up here, and then price reversed immediately, and I exit as quickly as I got in. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think it was like 27 points. So about 5 to 6 points on this trade was lost. So I got out before my stop loss was hit, and that was the first trade, and I was done immediately. And I said maybe my stop loss should have been down here. Maybe I should have went 5 MES contracts, and then I should have had a clearer um, line. See this here, the lines match perfectly fine as I go to them, and then we broke, right? So this here is very sketchy. Prices all over the place. The more fluid section is over here on this side, right? Not on that side, right? It's pretty fluid on this side too. This side here is pretty sketchy. If I go to the main chart, which is right in front of me here, let me do this, and let's see if we get some fluid. It's kind of hard to really catch how fluid this is, but this looks fluid like that, even sideways. Maybe even like this, right? But trying to get a fluid line going on this way, it's kind of hard. We do have one right here, right? So that could have been that, but my entry, I took it from the higher point because that was as clear as I could get, because the lower points were not giving me anything. This is pretty decent too. So price sold off. So that was my first trade. I was kind of feeling intimidated, but I said, well, I can't be intimidated. I just got to take the next trade that pops up. So I waited, and I said, oh, we had initial balance. We broke initial balance. I said, and I noticed that for this we had low volume going back into initial balance, and usually when we have a low volume, price works in favor. We also had a high volume at 10 o'clock. So that's where I took this trade at the break of this channel here. I really liked the candles that were here that started showing the lines moving up. I don't know how to even explain that. If I go to the 5-minute chart, right, this was a nice pattern of here. You can see how prices nicely fits right into that. Right, I really like these two. Right, it's not pretty jagged. It looks very like building, and we're going up on low volume to this area here, and we basically nicked it and then price reverse. So it didn't go to it exactly. 5502.75, 5503.25. So it didn't go exactly to it, but it was enough to do what I needed to do. And I took the trade on that one on the 1 minute. And once it broke, that was my entry. And then I said, let's see how far we can push this one. My first goal was down here, but if we could get to 40 right here, I'd definitely take that. But that might be too much of a gain for the combine. So that's about 58 points. And I don't think I can take a 58 point winner right now. Um, 58 times 50, right? I can't. That would have been basically passing the combine, right? And just let that thing ride, which it eventually did come down to that level for 40 twice. So, but I took this trade straight down here to about 60 or 70. I was trying to really get out at 66 because that would have been like the 30-point mark. Let me get rid of this. That would have been the 30-point mark, right? And that way it would have been like half of my combine. But as I was tracking it, price stopped me out and then bounced at the 60 6 and then bounced up. So this was my exit. I was trying to get to there. I think we're getting there, and then price stopped me like right around here and then pushed down to 66. You can see all this volume was coming in. Once I saw this 10K volume, I started trailing it halfway because of the volume that was coming in. So, and then price broke down lower. I'm no longer in the trade, and I said, wow, I should probably take a reversal. Um, Actually, I was thinking about taking a reversal here. This would have been a nice little reversal up, but we didn't have any wicks for me to believe this price. I probably would have got stopped out, and I said, well, price is too far down for me to trust it, so I didn't take it. Um, and we didn't have no real push up. And then I thought about taking the long here because of where VIX was. Sorry, I was taking a long earlier here because of where VIX was going to. But I never got that. But I never got that. I walked away. I didn't want to like force trying to make the extra 500 um, for the combine, trying to pass the combine in 2 points or 2 trades. So I got out, didn't try to force anything. Um, so that was basically it for today. The 2 trades that I took, one loser, one winner. Um, this one was a 1300 gain. The other one was like a 200 loss, 2 to 300 loss. So I really like the difference in the gains with the losses. I really like my levels that I've been creating, and I really like the entry requirements to getting into those levels. Um, and then so those are what I'm really working with. I'm gonna delete these now. So now that we're done with them, and I got a chance to review them, and then also getting rid of like not getting rid of like minor levels that don't really benefit my trade, like the one I had earlier this morning. I don't need that level because we didn't do much from it. I did mark it just in case price moved up, but we didn't get much out of it. So for me, the next level will still be here. All right, we're still dealing with this high. This area here we have not been able to get below it, get above it. I rejected it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, like touching it. You know, if you want to count the smaller ones, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This has been the area of just pushing price down. So and then here we got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so basically been consolidating. All right, so I think we should be moving on towards the next level. I'm gonna look for something on this side because I'm really gonna need it in case we decide to break lower. So let's do that now. Like that. Alright, so we got buying down here. I like this. Then had buying didn't really slow down, right? Alright, so that'll be the extreme. I don't really like the dojis. No dojis, no dojis, no dojis, no dojis. Okay, I don't like the dojis. Okay. So let's see. Have this. This level here. And we got this level right here. Alright, so I think these are good enough for now. Hopefully price doesn't do a big reaction. That's a lot. That's 100 points. 100. Probably go a little bit more. Selling. Any buying anywhere? No, no buying. Okay, got this one. That is okay, so we're not gonna mark that. That's also the same thing here. So this level probably came from here. Alright, because that's really pretty much where we kind of stayed above it, pushed up, bounced, pushed up, came back and retested it. Alright, this is kind of like what I was looking at 3 a.m. But this was a better level because it worked out. Alright, I don't see any buying. Buying is mid. Buying down here. Okay, I think I have more levels now based off of how I've been back testing. So those will be the buying levels, and now we have a little bit more than 171. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, so I don't have any selling levels, so price is just moving up right now. Above this, going here, same thing. So these are my levels in a sense for ES, and NQ will be something very similar. Get rid of all of these. Do I have anything else on the bottom for? Wow, nothing. Alright, so buying wise, huge. I'm gonna mark this here. So I should do the same thing with NQ, but apparently price never really stopped, right? Not gonna mark that. We have this area here. This one. Like this. Better. Um, okay. And that's basically it. This is kind of where I guess the price one would come down to. Okay, so that's basically it. And Q could probably make a larger move down, no lie, one point in one move. So, but that's basically the levels that I got. We got a double bottom here and reversing back towards here. Hopefully, we create some level pre-market that I can work with. So those are basically it. My two trades for the day. Um, and then working on just keeping the charts as clean as possible and working on what levels I can understand. All right, that's it for me today.